before we get started with today's main event, I just want to say please subscribe to this channel if you're new to the channel and be much appreciated. And I've also started my own channel on TikTok. Yes, it's just fun, purely fun, not all football. I want to try and get 1 or 2 characters going on there. It's just to have a laugh, let your hair down, enjoy yourself, and just, things you can't do on YouTube, you can do on TikTok because they have rights to music and everything else. So the Mad Mistake on TikTok, get on there and follow the Mad Mistake on there. It's not much football, it's just a good old jolly laugh. Here we go, back again with another video. Now today League 1 and League 2 clubs have been voting about bringing in a salary cap, and it has been passed with immediate effect. This is what the statement says on the SAFC Sunderland website. Clubs in League 1 and 2 have today voted for the introduction of new financial controls in the form of squad salary caps into their respective divisions, which take effect immediately. And it goes on to say, the decision follows extensive and comprehensive consultation with all clubs in respect of addressing sustainability and wage inflation issues across the AFL, which were initiated prior to the suspension of football in March following the COVID-19 outbreak and have continued during the course of the summer. Those discussions in today's divisional vote with representatives of League 1 and League 2 clubs opting to implement the new measures in place of the existing salary cost management protocols, which fixed caps of 2.5 million and 1.5 million respectively. Now discussions continue with championship clubs in respect to amendments to their own financial controls. League 1 and League 2 clubs are also going to continue discussions towards the introduction of additional measures aimed to addressing clubs' financial sustainability. Blowing a gale out there. Also, when calculating total salary spending, the cap includes basic wages, taxes, bonuses, image rights, agent fees and other fees and expenses paid directly and indirectly to all registered players. Payments directly linked to the club's progression in cup competitions or promotion are excluded from the cap, while any income generated from players going out on loan is deducted from the club's salary calculation. Transition arrangements have been incorporated in respect of the club's squad salary cap calculation, with the key element of these aimed to addressing committed contracts and relegated clubs. Any contract entered into the prior to the votes today will be capped to an agreed divisional average until the contract expires. Moving forwards, clubs that are relegated will be permitted to cap all contracts at the divisional average prior to the club's relegation until those contracts expire. Now for me, this is going to affect Sunderland because if a big owner came in with lots of money to spend, I know we have the financial fair play rules, but this now is the cap, so 2.5 million. So it's going to restrict on the amount of wages we can spend on players. I mean, when Stuart Dunlop was here, he wasn't really splashing out big money anyway. So under his rule, this wouldn't really affect us that much. But under the rule of sort of new owners coming in with big money, they aren't going to be able to splash the cash. But what we could do, as we have an absolutely fantastic academy set up, bring the youngsters through, nurture the youngsters through, get the youngsters coming through the ranks, likes of the Jacks Diamond, 20-year-old, out and known to Harrogate. Barley Mumba, who's gone. Kimpy Yorker, who's still here at the moment. We need to nurture the youngsters through, invest in the academy, and use this wisely to our advantage. But if there's a salary cap of 2.5 million, it's going to make it more of a level playing field throughout the league. Now, we have players already in, and hopefully we'll have 1 or 2 in the door, if not today, the next couple of days. Now, if them contracts have already been signed and we're just going through the preliminaries of, fitness tests, then that's happened before today's deadlines come in. So I don't know how that will be affected. So like I said, the salary cap has come in. Now it goes on to say a bit further on, an overrun concept is also included if a club's total squad salary payments exceed the cap by up to 5%, whereby, dependent on the percentage level of the overrun, a financial penalty will be payable for every £1 in excess. Clubs exceeding the overrun would be referred to an independent disciplinary commission. Although the EFL will monitor the cap on real-time basis throughout the season, as it is the current position with SCMP measures across 2 divisions. Where breaches do occur, sanctions guidelines are in place to be considered as appropriate by an independent disciplinary commission. So, that's what's happened today. The salary cap's come into play. So now, what's your thoughts on the salary cap? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing moving forward for clubs so they don't go in administration and don't go bust? But questions you may want to ask is, will Sunderland be restricted in how many players they can recruit? Yes, under the current proposal, Sunderland will be limited to register in 22 players next season, reducing to 21 and then 20 in the following seasons. It's worth noting though that the squad cap does not include players aged 21 and under. So like Jack Diamond, who's 20, it will not include Jack Diamond. How will it affect Sunderland in the transfer market? The salary cap will naturally have a big effect on Sunderland in the transfer market. Phil Parkinson's desire to bring in 7 or 8 players tallies up with the size squad limit set to be imposed upon the clubs. But it is the salary cap that will pose concerns for Sunderland. It will severely affect their ability to recruit players that they may have been able to target in previous windows, given that they will now be working beneath financial threshold. How about when it comes to players with existing contracts? One crucial factor is how the salary cap will affect those under contract or currently under contract. It has been confirmed that an average League One wage calculated and applied to every player currently contracted by Sunderland for the proposals of the salary cap monitoring market initial calculations easier than giving clubs a chance to rebuild in the market this summer. An example, a player like Aidan McGeady, who we can safely assume earns far higher than the League One average, will not see his full salary count in the cap calculations. Instead, for the remainder of the current deal, his salary will be counted as the League One average, which is around £1,750 mark. His actual salary will remain the same, but Sunderland can count a far lower amount towards the salary cap. So that's good. So current players with contracts with high wages, that's going to be okay for Sunderland at this moment in time. So really, and also now in theory, this should benefit the Black Cats, given they will have very few in any contracted players' earnings less than the League One average. It will see Sunderland given some extra flexibility to manoeuvre in the transfer market in the short term, given they are not see the full wage bill count towards the cap. However, the problem will come in the long term. If Sunderland wanted to negotiate a new contract with McGeady, for example, his new arrangement and therefore wage would then apply towards the cap. Simply put, it means Sunderland would go from having an average League One wage applied for McGeady to his full salary, which is presumably far higher and would place greater strain on the club as they look. I mean, let's face it, I can't say Sunderland keeping McGeady if this season or the following season. This season's probably worth keeping him, but the following season not. Any player who was signed before August the 7th will see their full wage reduced in this manner, meaning that Bailey Wright and Aidan O'Brien's full salaries will not count towards the cap. There we go. So Sunderland are in a good position at this moment in time for this season only. So we brought in Bailey Wright. We're probably paying him a decent wage, and Aidan O'Brien. Now, no other teams can bring in players. Neither can Sunderland now. But Sunderland's players we already have on the books, if they're getting high wages, that will be okay. So I think it's saying if Aidan McGeady, say for example, is on £16,000 a week, he will only go down on the average is 1,750. So it's an absolute stale bargain. So if a lot of Sunderland players are on high earnings like that, or well over £2,000 or whatever, they will only put down as the average, which benefit Sunderland this season. So this season is a must for Sunderland to get promoted. We have to get promotion this season because this will affect us long term in seasons to come. Now also in other news about the takeover, William Storey bloke doesn't seem to be going away. He seems to be staying in the limelight, keeps tweeting about Sunderland, and his tweet 17 hours ago to respond to the queries from fans and media. My fully funded bid has been legally submitted to the club and welcomed by the board, still under the NDA and deal currently in the hands of the lawyers. My partners and I are working very hard for a successful outcome in purchasing Sunderland. William Storey posted this yesterday. Now, is he a complete madman? Or is this what's happened? Is this the truth? Is William Storey one of the people in to buy Sunderland? He's submitted it. The board are happy with it. It's in legal hands. So is William Storey the figurehead of a consortium coming in to buy Sunderland? He seems pretty confident. Why? Why would you? Why? I mean, why? Why would you tweet anything like that if it wasn't the truth? Unless you're a complete madman and crazy nutter. So for me, I don't see anything. I don't see any gain he has from doing these tweets. So for me, it has to be true. He has to have submitted with a consortium of his backers to buy Sunderland. So if that's the case, is there more than one backers coming in? Or is it just William Storey telling his story about Sunderland? I mean, I have to take him on face value and say he is legally trying to buy Sunderland. He has submitted it and it's in the lawyer's hands. So William Storey, yes, we all know about his past, his previous to do with Haas and his energy drinks. But let's hope that he's suddenly grown up. And, you know, long ago in his days of ZZ Top, he was a great guitarist, good singer. But now he's back in the real world. He's tried a few things in the past, and he must have some really good backers with loads of money to come in to buy something. He wants to be the man, the top of the tree, like Stuart Donald was when he came in. But let's hope, William, I'm telling you now, William, right? If you are the new owner of Sunderland Association Football Club, don't get on Twitter all the time. Stay off social media. Run the club professionally. Run it professionally. Do a great job, you know. You're saying you can take Sunderland to the crazy heights of the Championship and Premier League, and we have to believe you. And you're in a great position if you did come into Sunderland, because you can see you've got players in on a lot higher wage earnings. So if you are the guy to come in, you'll have my full back, and you'll have all the fans' full back, and we'll have our doubts at the back of our mind. You know we will, because of the crazy days in the past, what's happened. But let's hope you turn over a new leaf. Let's hope, you know, it's going to be a clean slate, and you're going to be honest to the fans. You're going to come out, you're going to buy the club with good backers, and you're going to do a good job. You know, we do wish you all the best. And one last thing before we get going. Oh yeah, there was a couple of people that are supposed to be in for medicals today at Sunderland. I haven't heard anything just yet. Luke Garbett and Marcus Maddison were names thrown around last night. We're not quite sure. But the new shirt has come out, and I think it's one of the best shirts I've seen for a long time for the home shirt. This is one of my favourite shirts of Sunderland for quite a few years. I do like that shirt. I hope this is an Adidas shirt, the Nike one. I hope the material is just as good quality from Nike as I expect Nike quality to be. I do like Adidas. I do like Adidas running trousers, Adidas shoes, Adidas training kit. Personally, the Adidas shop at Dalton Park's fantastic to go and buy some crazy knockdown price gear. But that one there was a nice shirt. The Nike one looks quality. I'm going to purchase mine on Monday morning, and I will do a review on it when it gets in the post, and I'll let you know how that goes. So I hope you enjoyed the video. The salary caps come in this season. It's now or never, like Elvis Presley says. We have to get promoted next season before we become stuck in League 2 for, you know, then it's a lottery. It's a lottery. Who comes up with the best players from the same average price, or who gets the youngsters bedded in? William Storey comes in and buys Sunderland, invest in the youth, in the academy, and let's get these youngsters coming through, and let's use them to help us get promoted, right? We'll see you later. Enjoy your weekend. I might catch you sometime over the weekend. Stay safe. and away from Aberdeen. See you later. Going back to the salary caps, the PFA are saying it is unlawful, unenforceable, and the PFA are now taking legal action against the AFL for the salary caps. Now, Sunderland were against the salary caps. They opposed it big time, and they were one of 8 teams that opposed the salary caps. 16 teams voted for the salary caps, and 8 teams opposed the salary caps. But the PFA have come out and said it is unlawful and unenforceable, and they are now taking legal action against the AFL. So it's all kicking off. So will the salary caps actually happen? Watch this space.